Okay, so in today's session, we are going to check out some data, some public data that we're going to upload into Alana for you guys to see the dynamic of uploading new data, which is quite intuitive, quite simple. And of course, you will be able to see the versatility of Alana trying to upload maybe 1,100 wells into the data source. So if the main institution of energy in Argentina, it's Secretaría de Energía, in which if you go to datos.energia.gov.ar, you will be able to see all the data set that is for public access from almacenadoras de gas LP, liquid petroleum gases storage facilities, and so on and so forth. And for example, here we have the production of oil that we can check and we can download for free. It's updated. It's continually updated. For example, here the publication were on 2016, and the update for this data set of commercialization of petroleum liquid gases, it's on the 29th of May of this year. So it's been quite updated. So if we access it and we download it and we start managing that data, we'll be able to have three separate, in this case, we're going to use two separate data set. The metadata, which has the well master data that we're going to upload to the well master table, and the production data, which we are going to upload, depending if we have daily production data or monthly production data. So we are going to do exactly as we've previously saw, the basics of entering the Alana Pi library in the API. We're going to give Python, in this case the Jupyter Lab, the access, which is our token. I previously upload into data frames these two data sets, and we are going to make some basic data wrangling to see what we have. And let's remember that Alana requires, the API requires several columns that need to have a determined format. So we're going to move around the data set. We're going to check out for the values, the unique values in each column. For example, here we have the column sigla, which correspond maybe with several data of the wells that are given to the datos, to the Secretaría de Energía. We have, for example, the ID of the company. We can see here the national company of Argentina, and so on and so forth. So we need to kind of move around a bit, trying to get the sense of our data. For example, here we have the spot data, the end date of completion of the well, the abandonment, if it has. For example, here we have not a number, and not a date. So we have several data that we need to handle first. But I mean, in this case, we wanted you guys we want to show how easy it is to update or upload new data. A couple of, in this case, we have 923 wells in this Loma Campana basin, in this concession, sorry. So in this Loma Campana.
Just one comment here, and this is important. Why we're doing this with a code? You may think, I can load the data, in Alana in the website, and that's fine. But as Luis mentioned, the data is continuously being updated. So by having a workflow in Python that can load the data, we can just simply refresh the data every time we want by running the workflow.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's the main purpose of all of this. So, and as you can see that we are going to upload only this concession Loma Campana that has 923 wells. We are going to, as we previously done in previous sessions, we're going to upload, we're going to create, in this case, a dictionary that we're going to update. We are going to change several we're going to change or rename several columns in order for us to have like the format, the correct format on Alana, on the server. So we're going to create the field. This is quite simple. There you go. With the myapi.create field master. The formation, we filter a couple of columns from the Loma Campana concession, and we come to the realization that we have several formations here that we're going to create it. So using a very simple for loop, we created, in this case, 5 formation in less than the blink of an eye. We can check continuously if the data is correctly uploaded, and as you can see, we successfully done that. And then the kind of the tricky but the most intensive part of the workflow, which is to create a well master. So we are going to, in this case, I created a very simple dictionary that you can check it on the myapi on the document, on the doc strings of each function. And in this case, I double checked like this quality control for formations, and several, in this case, Alana has for the well master several types, even if it's exploitation, if it's exploration, production, appraisal, and so on and so forth. So we need to, in this case, I did a couple of data wrangling to make everything fit appropriate, because let's remember, as Alejandro said, as the data is continuously updated, let's remember that Argentina is a Spanish language country, which of course uploads its data, its public data, in Spanish. So we need to do some data wrangling there. But if the workflow is completely correct, we are going to just like rerun the workflow, rerun this notebook, and the data will be continuously updated into the Alana server. For example, here in this block of code, I did the basic dictionary for the well master, create well master function, and I just simply iterate in the metadata database, in the metadata data frame that contains the well master data for Alana, and I just kept updating the values of this dictionary. And as you can see, just a simple for loop, and we can get, in this case, I decided to print the dictionary, and let's remember that the API create well master gives us in response a code. In this case, the status code were 201, which means created. So as you can see, let's remember that we have 923 wells in the masters. We can keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and all the data regarding this well master open data is being uploaded correctly. We can see it created, and so on and so forth. We can do, of course, if for some reason the response is, for example, in this case, not created, it's other than the 201. well, that's a list of wells with errors, right? But fortunately, in this case, if we run, this is a list. Let's remember the command append. This is a list that will be filled with the well name if the response is false. In this case, let's remember the return values of the function create well master. In this case, fortunately, we didn't have any wells with errors. So all the new wells will be updated correctly into the data the database, right? And then again, let's this is a very simple for loop. And then we go into the much tricky or the well monthly data, in which if we go to the monthly production or the data provided by the Argentinian government of energy, we just simply import the database. We create we do several data wrangling there to try to join or kind of merge using the ID and the sigla, which corresponds to the well name. And in this case, we just keep going. We create, we change several names. Let's remember that the data is in Spanish. We create, in this case, I created a new data frame using the merged data set that has the well name, its ID, and the and all the production data. And I did, for example, in this case, the average of the month of each month using a very simple Python commands. We can have the final data frame as the API demands it, as the function import data source demands it, and we execute this import data source well volume monthly, and we get a response. In this case, the response it's 201, which means the status success, right?